Skyline!
Skyline!
Okay, so we're here with the Skyline today. Skyline build part 2. Engine's coming out. I wasn't here for the beginning of this assembly, but Eric did take the time to film it on his own camera. So if there's 2 different qualities of videos, that's because I'm using his camera for the first half of what he did. And then I'll use mine for the second half of what we do together. So, as you can see, he's been busy destroying a Skyline. Turb skis, you're never going back in. Never. Look at them guns though. You've been working out, haven't you?
I'm sure you could say that.
Flex Friday?
Flex Friday. Yeah, I'm good.
John C.
What's up, YouTube? We're back to play with the Skyline. So before we tear down the Skyline, I'm sure everyone's gonna ask, what's the plan with the car? What's gonna go on with the build? So I've made a list of what's coming up, or what to expect that I'd like to get done on the car. So 1, the engine and the Skyline right now, we believe have a bottom end knock. So foremost, it's gonna be replacing the engine, priority job right there. So I have Lightspeed building me an engine at the moment, just because summer's coming up around the corner and hopefully we'll get the car ready for the summer. I do plan on rebuilding the engine in the Skyline. We also plan on converting to a single turbo, getting rid of the twins. You guys seen the turbo I'm gonna put in the earlier video.
That EFR though.
We also have to redo the fuel pump. One hell of a redneck mod. As well, the new engine comes with a new ECU. The 2 ECUs I'm going for right now is Haltech or M-Tron. I'm leaning against Haltech at the moment, but the spot where, or the shop who's building my engine right now, they do M-Tron, so they're gonna push that. I haven't really looked much into it, so it's another option there. We got the R35 brake kit that Kyle is also horny about.
Yes! No! That's savage.
That's the main list there for the priority.
Yes!
Where's all the coolant?
It helps if you take the cap off.
Yes!
Just for a heads up here for you guys, this is a magnetic drain plug. So with the engine having a bottom end knock, we'll be able to see if there's been anything funky going around with it. Already by the first sign, looks like there's some metal on it already.
America.
Downfall, leaving your car outside half of the winter.
Yes!
So as you can see, we got most of the top engine components out. It is pretty straightforward with everything coming out. But now we get to move on the underside of the engine, where we get to pull the two axles, the job that I am not fond of. I'll show you why. So here we are on the driver's side axle, which is the one that's the most pain in the ass. You can see it's already dismantled. I had a friend come over and try to see if we can try and pull it out. Well, we failed, so this time it's going to be Kyle and I coming out. So the reason why it's so hard to pull out, there's a circlip inside the diff. You gotta grab yourself a pry bar and see if you can pull it out. And you gotta twist the axle every time if it doesn't decide to come out. Now where you get your pry bar on, there's a little tiny lip on it. I'll show you. That tiny lip there, you just barely see it, is what you got to put a pry bar on and see if you can try and pop it out. A friend and I yesterday were at this for about an hour and a half. We couldn't get it. So Kyle and I are gonna have a try it now. Fun. So here we are underneath the car where the white pipe is, right for the twin turbos. This crossbar will have to come out and pulling the engine. And getting to these flanges are definitely not the funnest time. Especially if you got the stock turbos with a stock system. Pro tip, grab some coil or some oil penetrant to really get to those nuts because they are tight to come off.
That's what she said.
And to get that white pipe off, you need an extension, but this one won't do. You need a real man's extension. Oh yeah.
Jesus Christ, that's Jason Bourne.
So once you get the exhaust out, you can remove this line here from the rear of the transmission, which I'm pretty sure is for the all-wheel drive system. Start removing the bolts on the drive shaft as well. We can remove the slave cylinder and eventually the front drive shaft, just for convenience sake.
Yes! I enjoy filming other people work. It's not just me all the time.
My car. That's a two-person job, man. You can pull the other side if you want.
You're a two-person job. That authentic Nismo manifold. Essentially, you just pay for the sticker, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah, I figured. The Dash 5 turbos.
Dash 5 turbo.
These things would have made like 500 horsepower. I've been told my job is to pull out this axle over here that no one can ever see. With a strap wrench on it. You know what size the bolts are? Probably 10 millimeter because it's a import.
They're probably 12.
12s?
12 or 10. 12 or 10, one of the two.
Looks like 12. Anyways, gotta pull that axle out. The other axle was a bitch, we just got it out, but it took us like 20 minutes. And oil's like falling everywhere. Do. Look at me, I'm nutting. I'm reverse nutting. How am I gonna film this and do it at the same time? I can't pull it out because then you gotta pull all the upper control arm and bullshit, don't you?
There you go.
Yeah, so much fun, Eric, this car. Oh man, that means I gotta pull this top bolt and it looks like it's never been pulled in like 2 weeks. I got it. It's like the worst thing ever. This car is like the worst thing ever to work on. I'm always driving shit. He says find the engine mounts, and there they are. Do I have to go inside that little hole?
Yes.
Oh my god. He said, Bob the Builder.
We're not building it.
Bob the ticket buyer. It's in 3 pieces. You get mad?
No, I fucking snapped the top and I'm like, had enough of that.
And you just broke it off?
Yeah.
Good job.
America.
So we gotta put the car back down on the ground so we can get the rest of the top stuff because everything underneath is out. Right, Eric?
Right?
I'm gonna pull the power steering and AC, and what you can do is you can just kind of unbolt them and then push them to the side. You don't have to release the fluid or discharge it. So that's kind of convenient. If I can figure out how it works first, though. Actually, I see the tensioner on the power steering pump. Your serpentine belt was made in Mexico.
Yeah, because they're not Nissan.
Got it. Got it. one pulley. Oh yeah, of course. 2 AC bolts have been easier for one week. I did it.
You got it?
Got him. Trying to remove the harness underneath.
Yeah, I got the lower harness, a couple plugs, the rear coolant hoses. That should be it.
Okay, I'm gonna bolt up those mounts now. Napa has like 97,000 standard bolts
Oh, I know.
and like 6 metric bolts.
I don't know why they have so many standard bolts, man.
Look at it.
It's almost ready.
Your car's too low.
Why?
I think I'm hitting the subframe. I am.
Alright.
It clears. We'll just shake it with it.
Easier said than done. There, I got that one out.
Look at you. You're a pro.
This ain't my first rodeo.
It's your second one, actually. We're resting on anything back there? Because it should be all the way tilted now.
Yeah. The coolant, now it's fucking...
It's penetrating everywhere.
Let me come down on the jack there, bud.
Just come down slow.
Come up. There you go, hold it. Hold it right there. Now...
That's me.
Hey.
More extensions.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa! It's escaping. It's bleeding on the sides. It's bleeding on this side more.
What?
She'll be coming out of the car when she comes.
Oh, whoa, hold on a sec. I'm surprised we got this far with the shifter boot still in there.
You have the whole shifter still on there.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Check it out. The shifter is still on there. That big black dildo looking thing.
Oh, that's too funny. Okay, come on, come up. Yay! Good job.
We committed.
Good job, buddy.
That's all, folks. I'm Kyle. That's Eric. And we're 2 losers. Make sure to subscribe.